Welcome to Hey Clarity. I'm your host, Lindsay, and today we're doing a collective Akashic Records reading for the Capricorn New Moon. The questions that we're going to ask are, what is the general energy for the Capricorn New Moon? How can we best navigate it? What story is unfolding between now and the corresponding full moon in Capricorn on June 29th, 2026? What are the best intentions to set under this new moon? And what's the most important message we need to know? Let's get into it. What is the general energy of this Capricorn new moon? I'm getting like it's working, it's not working. There's a bit of a troubleshooting going on. So we're checking in with they're like we're capturing like the essence of what's working and what's not working. They're showing like a finger on the pulse. It's like we've got a finger on the pulse and it's very clear. It's working or it's not working. Like there's not much in between around something or many things. Like I'm getting, we have very clear sight and insight. Yeah. Right now, things are a little bit more black and white than usual. And this is necessary. Like, it's important to have things be very clear. It's working, it's not working. And then, like, what are we going to do about it? So it's troubleshooting time. And it could be many different layers, many different areas of your life. They're actually saying it's very personal. Like the realization or the revelations of like it's working and it's not working is very personal. Like you're going to have like a lot of like internal like revelation and clarity and understanding of like what's working and what's not working. It's not necessarily like someone pointing things out to you and saying, oh, this is working, this is not working. Like your internal gauge, your like temperature check is saying, okay, it's like very clear what's working, what's not working. How can we best navigate it? They're like, use it, use it. They're like, that's all, use it. What's working, what's not working, go from there. Anything else about how to best work with it? They're like, use it. And they're like underlining that 3 times, exclamation point. Like, it's clear, right? It's not often that we have something that's so clear in our lives. So something becomes so crystal clear. And almost like that's your gauge. Like that's your like knowing of like what to do and what not to do, right? When something feels very clear and it's like almost quiet, but it's like profound and like crystal clear. They're like, that's your gauge. What story is unfolding between now and the corresponding full moon in Capricorn on June 29th? They're like crystal clear, where to go from here? If it's crystal clear, where do we go from here? We might not see like a full outcome, like future picture around like what we're troubleshooting and like the outcome of what that would be. But we just know that we have to do something a certain way or we can't do something a certain way anymore. So there's like a trust. They're almost showing like this unfolding of a pathway in front of us. This like carpet rolls out in front of us. And it's like trust. Like that this is the pathway. It's when something is very clear. So from now until June 29th, it seems like something will be, unfolding like in front of us. That's very clear. Even if we don't know where we're going, even if we don't know where it leads to yet, there are just these options or opportunities or things that are just springing up very naturally. And we're used to like forcing things and things maybe coming to us with a little more oomph or a little more hustle or a little more unnaturally, with more like force or push. They're like, this is different. It's like the things, the people, the opportunities, whatever pops up in front of you along this way as this pathway unfolds, it's like a hell yes. It's like someone says, hey, I want you to do this. And you're immediately like, oh, yeah, like I would love to. I've been waiting for something like that. Or like an opportunity to go somewhere. Oh my God, I've always wanted to go there. Like, let's go. Like, I can't wait. So it's like these things are just, they're filled with joy and excitement and like almost like instant fulfillment. It's like you just know that this thing is so right for you. It's the right way. And like you light up about it. And so you just know, like, I'm going to take that. Like, I'm going to take that opportunity. I'm going to, choose that option, that person, that place. These things are very clear and they're popping up. It's almost like you're like walking down a pathway. They're showing me a pathway. There are these beautiful flowers. And they're like, these flowers you pick. These beautiful flowers. Don't just look by and marvel at them. Pick them. Bring them with you. And it's like, as you go along this pathway, you're going to have this beautiful bouquet of like these diverse, beautiful flowers. You're going to have a bouquet. But it's like, pick the flower, pick the flower, pick the flower. These are yours. They're meant to be for you. They're joyful, they're fulfilling. And again, it's not so much about the long vision of like, what's the outcome of this? What's the full picture? That's not going to be clear. But it's very clear that in your immediate environment, something wonderful, these wonderful things are popping up. So take them, they're for you. What are the best intentions to set under this Capricorn new moon? What are the best intentions to set? Steamrolling. I'm seeing a steamroller. Why is that an intention? It's almost like there's like a pathway unfolding in front of you. And then you're like laying down the gravel or the concrete and like steamrolling over it to like set it, the foundation. Can you guys be clearer about why that's the intention? Like, explain that more. It's like a solid foundation, like it's solidifying. And okay, so a pathway, right, could be a little bit windy versus like a road is generally pretty wide and straight. These pathways might be a bit narrow. Like a pathway is more narrow in comparison to a road, typically. So they're showing like, almost like that these pathways are being set behind you. So the intentions are, you're building upon a solid foundation. So they're just like, the intentions to set is like to check in and recognize and note when you're getting these gifts, when these flowers are popping up. Like, it's very clear, be very clear. So like kind of train your brain to like recognize this wonderful opportunity or this achievement. It's like put it in your pocket, like save it for a rainy day when things make you sad. Like celebrate your wins, celebrate these opportunities. Like these are exciting. Anything else? The intentions that we need to set are to like recognize them, take them, use them, and recognize that they are a part of a solid foundation, and like trust that this is a part of a solid foundation. The whole picture, again, the outcome, the future, whatever this pathway leads us to might not be clear, but what's right in front of us is very clear. They're like, take it away. What's the most important message we need to know about the Capricorn New Moon? They're just showing us plucking flowers, like with delight, and they're like childhood. There's this feeling of like a shyness to pick flowers. Like this whole time they've been showing me the flowers, they're like, oh, like you want to like leave it and let it be, and like leave it in its natural habitat, because once you pick it, eventually it dies. And they're like, that's like not this. Not this, not this. Like the vision of this is that you're creating this bouquet that you hold in your hand and you take along with you along this pathway. And there could be lots of little opportunities that you might think are insignificant, like in the day, in the week, in the month, whatever. But they're meaningful to you. They're like very deeply gratifying and fulfilling to you. And that's what's really important. So they're like, don't be afraid to pick the flower. So like the opportunity, the person, whatever, all of the things, the self-sabotage or the ways that we talk ourselves out of taking the opportunity, picking the flower, whatever, they're like, if it lights you up, please pick it up. Because we might have like a lot of like external factors that might try to convince us that that's like not for you. Or like conditioning, or like, you know, the words and the voices of, you know, people in our heads throughout the years, like our family members or bosses or teachers. I'm getting like all these like authority figures or parental figures, like telling us what's right, what's wrong, what's good for us, what's not good for us. And they're like, no, your gauge is very clear. It has nothing to do with them. So anything where we're like, we have a voice that instantly tries to cut us off from the option or the opportunity, they're like the gateway to your solid foundation. These like mini things that lead to this big bouquet. They're like, those voices like really need to go. So you need to have a lot of self-awareness around when something pops up and you're very excited and you feel it so fully. When any negative self-talk or self-sabotage or self-doubt starts creeping in, you need to nip that in the bud. And that's usually not your voice. It's the voice of someone else, or it's the voice of fear, right? It's the voice of uncertainty and self-doubt, but it's usually, you know, fed and fueled by external voices that you've heard things over the years throughout your life, telling you, no, don't do that, don't go astray, don't do this thing, don't do that thing. And it's like, well, does everything in your body feel clear and like light up about this thing? And just like, who's to say that that's not for you, you know? So that seems to be like, that could be a bit of a challenge for us, is like those voices that pop up that try to stop us from doing the things that are meant for us. Because they're like, this is meant to be. Like, this is joy, this is fulfillment. Like, these are things that you've been asking for. And they're coming up maybe in different ways than you expect. Or later than you expect. But they're coming along this pathway nonetheless. So they really want you to take advantage of it, like as much as you can. Anything else? What's the most important message we need to know about the Capricorn New Moon? They just show us they're showing hands just grabbing these flowers and being like, it's mine. Like, this is mine. This is yours. Take it. Like, no one's going to take this away from you. It's either you're just not going to take it, or you're going to take it. They're just like, we just suggest you take it. And they're showing this suggestion box. They're like, take it. Like, you'll be happy. You'll feel joy. That joy, that spark you feel at the beginning, the excitement about it, it's going to continue. It's going to get bigger if you take it. So take it. Okay. Okay. Any last words? Thank you. Okay. So that was the Akashic Records on the Capricorn New Moon. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.